This is wonderful. You have described the process, but tell me, when you achieve this kind of, let's say, when you set up an audacious goal like that we want to be the best and we want to sell at a premium to global prices, it's an audacious goal. In inner part of many people say, this seems too audacious.
Yeah.
And would we be able to do it? So how did you handle that doubting? Because all of us begin to have doubts about ourselves, that are we good enough for them?
Yeah.
How did you tackle that part?
No, this is a beautiful question. I think what we follow this model of shared visioning, which becomes like Lakshya in 2017 or 2014. So every 2-3 years when we sit down together, I think there are two things which work in an organization. One is subconscious level thinking, and one is at a business plan level. So subconscious level thinking, when we do 2 crore to 260 crore, we never looked at a business plan. We never created a business plan for it. Similarly, when audacious goals, we set it up in 2014 and 15 when we set up Intellect. We set up the oral direction, but we don't repeat that every time, because every time, and if you repeat every time, it creates a fear factor and you build on the fear by the team. But at subconscious level, the aspiration is rightly set, that we would like to be 100 crore company, we would like to be number one in the world. That remains, but every time I don't repeat, and we don't repeat every time. Because it remains at subconscious level, it creates a purpose for everybody. The purpose becomes bigger than the what quarterly goals are, what annual goals are, some losses are happening. So we were making 200 crore profit when we were Polaris, and we were making 200 crore loss when we were in Intellect. It was a big transition from cash reserves coming into cash burn, which is happening. So it creates a doubt in the mind of the various employees. So your question is very, very important, that during this phase, we need to be together. We need to keep nudging them. So I would say nudging them rather than reviewing them, and not a review process. We need to have a dialoguing process. So I learned from Krishnamurti Foundation, the circle time. The circle time becomes a important way of understanding each other emotional quotient along with their competence quotient. And from there, you need to build up capacity quotient. So these three quotient, when you have to build for driving this change, is what is important for us to drive it and nudge it.